Pakistan was recognized as the best country for infrastructure development in South Asia during the IWF and World Bank annual meetings in 2016. Nuclear power and energy. Nuclear power in Pakistan, energy in Pakistan, and electricity sector in Pakistan. Tarbla Dam, the largest earth-filled dam in the world, was constructed in 1968. As of May 2021, nuclear power is provided by 6 licensed commercial nuclear power plants. The Pakistan Atomic Energy Commission, PAEC, is solely responsible for operating these power plants, while the Pakistan Nuclear Regulatory Authority regulates safe usage of the nuclear energy. The electricity generated by commercial nuclear power plants constitutes roughly 5.8% of Pakistan's electrical energy, compared to 64.2% from fossil fuels, crude oil and natural gas, 29.9% from hydroelectric power, and 0.1% from coal. Pakistan is one of the 4 nuclear-armed states, along with India, Israel, and North Korea, that is not a party to the Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty, but it is a member in good standing of the International Atomic Energy Agency. The Kanya Pi, a Kondu-type nuclear reactor, was supplied by Canada in 1971, the country's first commercial nuclear power plant. The Sino-Pakistani nuclear cooperation began in the early 1980s. After a Sino-Pakistani nuclear cooperation agreement in 1986, China provided Pakistan with a nuclear reactor dubbed Kanya Pi for energy and the industrial growth of the country. In 2005, both countries proposed working on a joint energy security plan, calling for a huge increase in generation capacity to more than 160,000 by 2030. Under its Nuclear Energy Vision 2050, the Pakistani government plans to increase nuclear power generation capacity to 40,000 MW, 8,900 MW by 2030. In June 2008, the nuclear commercial complex was expanded with the groundwork of installing and operationalizing the Chashma 3 and Chashma 4 reactors at Chashma, Punjab province, each with 325 to 340 MW costing Rs 129 billion, from which the Rs 80 billion came from international sources, principally China. A further agreement for China's help with the project was signed in October 2008, and given prominence as a counter to the US-India agreement that shortly preceded it. The cost quoted then was $1.7 billion, with a foreign loan component of $1.07 billion. In 2013, Pakistan established a second commercial nuclear complex in Karachi with plans of additional reactors, similar to the one in Chashma. The electrical energy is generated by various energy corporations and evenly distributed by the National Electric Power Regulatory Authority, NEPRA, among the 4 provinces. However, the Karachi-based K Electric and the Water and Power Development Authority, WAPDA, generates much of the electrical energy used in Pakistan in addition to gathering revenue nationwide. In 2014, Pakistan had an installed electricity generation capacity of 22,797 MWt. Transport. Main article, Transport in Pakistan. The transport industry accounts for 10.5% of the nation's GDP. 348. Motorways. Motorways of Pakistan. The motorway passes through the Salt Range Mountains. Motorways of Pakistan are a network of multiple-lane, high-speed, controlled access highways in Pakistan, which are owned, maintained, and operated federally by Pakistan's National Highway Authority. As of February 20, 2020, 1,882 kilometers of motorways are operational, while an additional 1,854 kilometers are under construction or planned. All motorways in Pakistan are prefixed with the letter M, for motorway, followed by the unique numerical designation of the specific highway, with a hyphen in the middle, for example M1. Pakistan's motorways are an important part of Pakistan's National Trade Corridor Project, 350, which aims to link Pakistan's three Arabian seaports, Karachi Port, Port Bin Qasim and Gwadar Port, to the rest of the country through its national highways and motorways network and further north with Afghanistan, Central Asia, and China. The project was planned in 1990. The China-Pakistan Economic Corridor project aims to link Gwadar Port and Kashgar, China, using Pakistani motorways, national highways, and expressways. Highways. Highways form the backbone of Pakistan's transport system, a total road length of 263,942 kilometers, 164,006 miles, accounts for 92% of passengers and 96% of inland freight traffic. Road transport services are largely in the hands of the private sector. The National Highway Authority is responsible for the maintenance of national highways and motorways. The highway and motorway system depends mainly on north-south links connecting the southern ports to the populous provinces of Punjab and Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. Although this network only accounts for 4.6% of total road length, 308, it carries 85% of the country's traffic. Railways. The Pakistan Railways, under the Ministry of Railways, MOR, operates the railroad system. From 1947 until the 1970s, the train system was the primary means of transport until the nationwide constructions of the national highways and the economic boom of the automotive industry. Beginning in the 1990s, there was a marked shift in traffic from rail to highways. Dependence grew on roads after the introduction of vehicles in the country. Now the railway's share of inland traffic is below 8% for passengers and 4% for freight traffic. As personal transportation began to be dominated by the automobile, total rail track decreased from 8,775 kilometers, 5,453 miles, in 1990 to 91 to 7,791 kilometers, 4,841 miles, in 2011. Pakistan expects to use the rail service to boost foreign trade with China, Iran, and Turkey. Airports. List of airports in Pakistan. There are an estimated 151 airports and airfields in Pakistan as of 2013, including both the military and the mostly publicly owned civilian airports. Although Jinnah International Airport is the principal international gateway to Pakistan, the international airports in Lahore, Islamabad, Peshawar, Quetta, Faisalabad, Sialkot, and Multan also handle significant amounts of traffic. The civil aviation industry is mixed with public and private sectors, which was deregulated in 1993. While the state-owned Pakistan International Airlines, PIA, is the major and dominant air carrier that carries about 73% of domestic passengers and all domestic freight, the private airlines such as Air Blue and Air Indus also provide similar services at a low cost. Seaports. Port of Karachi is one of South Asia's largest and busiest deepwater seaports, handling about 60% of the nation's cargo, 25 million tons per annum. Major seaports are in Karachi, Sindh, the Karachi Port, Port Qasim. Since the 1990s, some seaport operations have been moved to Balochistan with the construction of Gwadar Port, Port of Pasni and Gidani Port. Gwadar Port is the deepest seaport of the world. According to the WEF's Global Competitiveness Report, quality ratings of Pakistan's port infrastructure increased from 3.7 to 4.1 between 2007 and 2016. Metro. Orange Line Metro Train, Lahore. Track of Islamabad Rawalpindi Metrobus with adjoining station. The Orange Line Metro train is an automated rapid transit system in Lahore. The Orange Line is the first of the three proposed rail lines part for the Lahore Metro. The line spans 27.1 kilometers, 16.8 miles, with 25.4 kilometers, 15.8 miles, elevated and 1.72 kilometers, 1.1 miles, underground and has a cost of 251.06 billion rupees, $1.6 billion. The line consists of 26 subway stations and is designed to carry over 250,000 passengers daily. The line became operational on October 25, 2020. 359. Metrobus and BRTs. Lahore Metrobus is a bus rapid transit service operating in the city of Lahore. The Metrobus network's first phase was opened in February 2013. It was the first Metrobus system in Pakistan. Rawalpindi Islamabad Metrobus is a 22.5 kilometers, 14.0 miles, bus rapid transit system operating in the Islamabad-Rawalpindi metropolitan area. The Metrobus network's first phase was opened on June 4, 2015, and stretches 22 kilometers between Pak Secretariat, in Islamabad, and Cedar in Rawalpindi. The system uses e-ticketing and an intelligent transportation system and is managed by the Punjab Mass Transit Authority. Multan Metrobus is a bus rapid transit (BRT) system in Multan. Construction on the line began in May 2015, while operations commenced on January 24, 2017. Peshawar Bus Rapid Transit, Peshawar BRT, is a bus rapid transit system in Peshawar, capital of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa province. The construction of the project was started in October 2017 and was inaugurated on August 13, 2020. It is the fourth BRT system in Pakistan. Green Line Metrobus is the first phase of Karachi Metrobus that has been operational since December 25, 2021. The government of Pakistan financed the majority of the project. Construction of the Green Line began on February 26, 2016. Faisalabad Shuttle Train Service and Faisalabad Metrobus are the proposed rapid transit projects in the city of Faisalabad. These projects are the part of a mega-project of China-Pakistan Economic Corridor. Karachi Circular Railway is a partially active regional public transit system in Karachi, which serves the Karachi metropolitan area. KCR was fully operational between 1969 and 1999. Since 2001, restoration of the railway and restarting the system had been sought. In November 2020, the KCR partially revived operations. A tramway service was started in 1884 in Karachi but was closed in 1975 due to various factors. The Sindh government is planning to restart the tramway services in the city, collaborating with Austrian experts. In October 2019, a project for the construction of tramway service in Lahore has also been signed by the Punjab government. This project will be launched under public-private partnership in a joint venture of European and Chinese companies along with the Punjab Transport Department. Flyovers and underpasses. Main article, List of flyovers in Pakistan. Nagan Chowringhee Flyover, Karachi. Many flyovers and underpasses are located in major urban areas of the country to segregate the flow of traffic. The highest number of flyovers and underpasses are located in Karachi, followed by Lahore. Other cities having flyovers and underpasses for the regulation of flow of traffic includes Islamabad, Rawalpindi, Faisalabad, Gujranwala, Multan, Peshawar, Hyderabad, Quetta, Sargodha, Bahawalpur, Sukkur, Larkana, Rahim Yar Khan and Sahewal etc. Beijing Underpass. Lahore is the longest underpass of Pakistan with a length of about 1.3 kilometers, 0.81 miles. 374, Muslim Town Flyover. Lahore is the longest flyover of the country with a length of about 2.6 kilometers, 1.6 miles. Science and Technology. Main articles, Science and Technology in Pakistan and List of Pakistani inventions and discoveries. Abdus Salam won the 1979 Nobel Prize in Physics for his contribution to electroweak interaction. He was the first Muslim to win a Nobel Prize in Science. Ata Rahman won the UNESCO Science Prize for pioneering contributions in chemistry in 1999, the first Muslim to win it. Developments in science and technology have played an important role in Pakistan's infrastructure and helped the country connect to the rest of the world. Every year, scientists from around the world are invited by the Pakistan Academy of Sciences and the Pakistan government to participate in the International Nathagli Summer College on Physics. Pakistan hosted an international seminar on physics in developing countries for the International Year of Physics 2005. The Pakistani theoretical physicist Abdus Salam won a Nobel Prize in Physics for his work on the electroweak interaction. Influential publications and critical scientific work in the advancement of mathematics, biology, economics, computer science, and genetics have been produced by Pakistani scientists at both the domestic and international levels. In chemistry, Salim Uzzaman Siddiqui was the first Pakistani scientist to bring the therapeutic constituents of the neem tree to the attention of natural products chemists. Pakistani neurosurgeon Ayub Amaya invented the Amaya Reservoir, a system for treatment of brain tumors and other brain conditions. 382. Scientific research and development play a pivotal role in Pakistani universities, government-sponsored national laboratories, science parks, and the industry. Abdul Qadir Khan, regarded as the founder of the HU-based gas centrifuge uranium enrichment program for Pakistan's integrated atomic bomb project. 384, he founded and established the Kahuta Research Laboratories, KRL, in 1976. Serving as both its senior scientist and the director general until his retirement in 2001, and he was an early and vital figure in other science projects. Apart from participating in Pakistan's atomic bomb project, he made major contributions in molecular morphology, physical martensite, and its integrated applications in condensed and material physics. In 2010, Pakistan was ranked 43rd in the world in terms of published scientific papers. The Pakistan Academy of Sciences, a strong scientific community, plays an influential and vital role in formulating recommendations regarding science policies for the government. Pakistan was ranked 99th in the Global Innovation Index in 2021, up from 107th in 2020. The 1960s saw the emergence of an active space program led by SAPARCO that produced advances in domestic rocketry, electronics, and aeronomy. The space program recorded a few notable feats and achievements. The successful launch of its first rocket into space made Pakistan the first South Asian country to have achieved such a task. 393. Successfully producing and launching the nation's first space satellite in 1990, Pakistan became the first Muslim country and second South Asian country to put a satellite into space. Pakistan witnessed a fourfold increase in its scientific productivity in the past decade, surging from approximately 2,000 articles per year in 2006 to more than 9,000 articles in 2015. Making Pakistan's cited articles higher than the BRIC countries put together. Thomson Reuters is another brick in the wall. 2016 report. 395. As an aftermath of the 1971 war with India, the clandestine crash program developed atomic weapons partly motivated by fear and to prevent any foreign intervention, while ushering in the atomic age in the post-Cold War era. Competition with India and tensions eventually led to Pakistan's decision to conduct underground nuclear tests in 1998, thus becoming the seventh country in the world to successfully develop nuclear weapons. Pakistan is the first and only Muslim country that maintains an active research presence in Antarctica. Since 1991, Pakistan has maintained 2 summer research stations and 1 weather observatory on the continent and plans to open another full-fledged permanent base in Antarctica. Energy consumption by computers and usage has grown since the 1990s when PCs were introduced. Pakistan has about 82 million internet users and is ranked as one of the top countries that have registered a high growth rate in internet penetration as of 2020. Key publications have been produced by Pakistan, and domestic software development has gained considerable international praise. As of May 2020, Pakistan has about 82 million Internet users, making it the ninth largest population of Internet users in the world. Since the 2000s, Pakistan has made a significant amount of progress in supercomputing, and various institutions offer research opportunities in parallel computing. The Pakistan government reportedly spends Rs 4.6 billion on information technology projects, with emphasis on e-government, human resources, and infrastructure development. Education. Main articles: Education in Pakistan, Higher Education Commission, Pakistan, and Rankings of Universities in Pakistan. The Constitution of Pakistan requires the state to provide free primary and secondary education. Central Library of University of Sargodha. At the time of the establishment of Pakistan as a state, the country had only one university, Punjab University in Lahore. Very soon the Pakistan government established public universities in each of the four provinces, including Sindh University, 1949, Peshawar University, 1950, Karachi University, 1953, and Balochistan University, 1970. Pakistan has a large network of both public and private universities, which includes collaboration between the universities aimed at providing research and higher education opportunities in the country, although there is concern about the low quality of teaching in many of the newer schools. It is estimated that there are 3,193 technical and vocational institutions in Pakistan, and there are also madrasas that provide free Islamic education and offer free board and lodging to students, who come mainly from the poorer strata of society. Strong public pressure and popular criticism over extremists' usage of madrasas for recruitment. The Pakistan government has made repeated efforts to regulate and monitor the quality of education in the madrasas. Literacy rate in Pakistan 1951 to 2018. Education in Pakistan is divided into 6 main levels: nursery, preparatory classes, primary, grades 1 through 5, middle, grades 6 through 8, matriculation, grades 9 and 10, leading to the secondary certificate, intermediate, grades 11 and 12, leading to a higher secondary certificate, and university programs leading to graduate and postgraduate degrees. There is a network of private schools that constitutes a parallel secondary education system based on a curriculum set and administered by the Cambridge International Examinations of the United Kingdom. Some students choose to take the O-level and A-level exams conducted by the British Council. According to the International Schools Consultancy, Pakistan has 439 international schools. As a result of initiatives taken in 2007, the English medium education has been made compulsory in all schools across the country. In 2012, Malala Yousafzai, a campaigner for female education, was shot by a Taliban gunman in retaliation for her activism. Yousafzai went on to become the youngest ever Nobel laureate for her global education-related advocacy. Additional reforms enacted in 2013 required all educational institutions in Sindh to begin offering Chinese language courses, reflecting China's growing role as a superpower and its increasing influence in Pakistan. The literacy rate of the population is 62.3% as of 2018. The rate of male literacy is 72.5%, while the rate of female literacy is 51.8%. Literacy rates vary by region and particularly by sex. As one example, in tribal areas female literacy is 9.5%, while Azad Jammu and Kashmir has a literacy rate of 74%. With the advent of computer literacy in 1995, the government launched a nationwide initiative in 1998 with the aim of eradicating illiteracy and providing a basic education to all children. Through various educational reforms, by 2015 the Ministry of Education expected to attain 100% enrollment levels among children of primary school age and a literacy rate of 86% among people aged over 10. Pakistan is currently spending 2.3% of its GDP on education, which according to the Institute of Social and Policy Sciences is one of the lowest in South Asia.